Welcome to the Money Watch podcast. It is Thursday, July 20th. We are marching towards Mark's birthday. It's very exciting to me. Do you want something desperately for your birthday this year, Mark?
No. I don't go crazy with the birthdays. We just tend to go out and have dinner somewhere. That's usually what we do for one another.
Do you have it planned yet, or does she have it planned? Do you know where you're going yet?
I asked to go to Moneta Tavern.
Oh, that's a nice place. I like that place. Very old New York. Is she good with that follow through, or do you have to make the reservation for yourself?
Essentially, yes. You know how they are. They have so much going on. They just forget about everything.
So much. Mark and I have spouses so busy. And but you know what? With Jackie, she'll give me the idea, and I'm very good at executing. So I'm looking forward to her birthday dinner. I will be reporting on that, my friend. Our very fancy meal on Governor's Island. I'm so excited. You know, the last time I was in Governor's Island, I'm going to tell you this. It was 1983, probably, maybe 82. My sister was working a summer at Goldman Sachs, and they took all the summer help to like this big picnic, baseball game, everything on Governor's Island. And she brought me, and it was a blast. The only problem was there were all those Goldman Sachs people.
We went to Governor's Island about 3 weeks ago. It was a lot of fun.
I'm very excited for this. Totally psyched.
You probably won't recognize it.
I know, right? I mean, I can barely remember what it was. Anyway, this is the program that attempts to help you make better financial decisions. I keep saying this because I don't know, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts around the globe. And oftentimes I just hear people on their financial matters. They're like, well, you want to optimize this. I want to be a trader. I want to do this. I want to do that. And it just doesn't matter that much. Like, you're spending a lot of time getting to like the last 1% instead of figuring out, well, wait a minute, I haven't figured out the 99% that I can control. Right. So I'm very much interested in people who are looking at their own financial lives or their lives, trying to weave in the best game plan for them, not for their neighbors, not for their siblings, for you. So you're listening. What do you want to do? If you need some help, Mark and I would love to assist you. We're both certified financial planners. This is really the most fun that we have all week long. I mean, Mark, it's like the low bar for you because all you do is hear my voice all week long. So this obviously is much better because it's not only my voice, it's also the listeners. Give us a holler. Go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button, write your note, and you will be able to click a box that says, do you want to come on the air live? Mark does everything else. While you're on the website, we've got the free weekly newsletter, free. And we also have the ability for you to spend a few shekels. You can buy my book, The Great Money Reset. And that is really the framework that I created for these kinds of conversations that we have with you all the time. And you can subscribe to our new service. It's called Jill on Money Live. That's where we have access to quarterly live webinars and more bonus content. I'm trying to wrangle a great September guest. You see that he has not responded, Mark.
You may have to nudge him if he doesn't respond by next week.
That's what I'm thinking as well. Anyway, we're going to hopefully get him because he's great. Okay, today we have wrangled a fantastic listener. His name is Andrew. He is on the line from North Carolina, and I already know that you're going to be fabulous, Andrew. So tell us what's going on. How can we help you out?
Hi, Jill and Mark. First, thanks for having me on. I just kind of wanted a third-party thought on kind of how I'm doing so far and looking towards the future as I'm planning to move out of North Carolina back to my home state of Minnesota in probably summer of 24 is kind
Hold
of
on. That is totally the reverse migration, right?
Yeah, it is, yes.
What's leading you back to Minnesota?
We are planning to start a family, so we just wanted to be near both of our families.
Oh, that's very nice. You're so used to the cold weather because maybe with climate change, Minnesota is going to be the same climate as North Carolina is now. But like in 10 years, Minnesota is going to be the place where everyone goes because it won't be as hot. What do you think?
That would be the dream come true.
How old are you?
I am 35 years old.
And how old is your bride?
She is 33.
And you said you're going to start a family, so no kids yet, right?
Correct.
How much do you earn, Andrew?
I earn 85K and my wife earns 45K.
And are either of you entitled to a pension through your jobs right now?
Right now, no. My wife's a teacher, so our home state does offer one, but that's more to be determined.
But wait, she teaches like in a private school?
No, it's public.
There's a public school with no pension?
I don't believe there's one in North Carolina.
Wow. That is a slam for teachers. So it's like this. You have a really hard job. You're not paid essentially what you're probably worth in the private sector, and you don't have a pension. No wonder she needs a different job and you're going to move to Minnesota. Good Lord. That's not a good marketing plan for them. Are you guys both using retirement plans right now?
I am. She's really not, just because we're kind of just funneled it towards my stuff, and there's no 401k match or anything like that with her job. So,
boy, North Carolina, kind of chintzy. Tell me what you're doing. Are you maxing out? How much are you putting into your retirement account?
Yes, I've been maxing out for the last couple of years.
Okay. And are you using a Roth or a traditional?
Traditional.
Okay. How much is in the account right now?
So in the 401k, I have about $184,000.
That's great. And is there other money invested that you have?
I do have a couple old IRAs totaling about $15K. I do have a Roth. Me and my wife have one with about $66K.
Between the two of you or each?
Between the two of us,
okay,
yeah.
Got it. Okay. Do you own a home in North Carolina or are you renting?
We own.
How much is it worth?
It's worth about $500K.
Whoa. How much did you buy it for?
Like $320.
Do you have a mortgage outstanding on it?
Yeah, about $250.
What's the interest rate?
3.75.
Oh, boy. It's going to be a bummer to give that up, isn't it? That's
yes, it
nice.
is.
All right. Well, let's see what it is, because here we are talking to you. It's July, and maybe we'll get another quarter point. But, you could see mortgage rates start to come down. And you said you're at 3.75. When do we have to actually start looking for you guys in Minnesota?
We were kind of thinking March we would start trying to figure out the job switch and all that fun stuff.
Because, it could be that rates are lower, and it could be that maybe even you could rent and, see. But the thing is, you guys you're from there? You're both from there?
We are, yes.
So like where you want to be, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm sure it's someplace with a good school and will be expensive. Have you looked at what housing would cost there?
A little bit. I'm guessing we'd be in the $600,000 range.
All right. So it's basically going to trade. And, you'll make a maybe, and it will cost you money to move, of course. What else should we know about you? Anything else going on? Like, do you have some money in the bank, safe money?
Our savings, we have $140K. I have an iBond for $10K. Brokerage is about $9K right now.
And do you guys both have life insurance?
Just through our jobs.
Okay. And do you have what we'd call a sweetheart will, which is a will that says, I leave you everything, sweetheart. You leave me everything. Do you have anything like that?
Nothing like set up, just through marriage.
Okay. Mark, any questions on your end?
No, it's a lot of money in cash. Is that for the upcoming move, you're thinking?
No. We inherited a little bit of money, and I've just not really been sure what to do since I knew we were planning to move. So I didn't want to invest it, just have to pull it out. So that's kind of what I was wondering, or one of the questions I had for you was, do you think I should invest some of it or just keep all of it until we make the move and then go from there?
That's a tough one. What do you think, Mark? You want to invest some of it?
Not really. I mean, this move is, could happen in as little as, 6-7 months. So I would say probably not.
So maybe we should. How much are you earning on that $140,000?
Like 4.1%.
That's pretty good. I'm not sure we need to do much better than that. Let me just look at something. Just looking at CD rates for a year. It is interesting. There are some 1-year CDs, okay, where you might be able to lock up some money. So again, it's 1 year. I don't know if you really want to lock it up for a year, but if you really think about it, are you going to make a bid and close within 1 year? What do you think?
Likely not 1 year.
Okay. So
I wouldn't think.
Because I'm like even looking at this just out of, this is crazy, but like I'm looking at some of these rates This is like an online bank, right? And it's 6-month CD and it's 5.3%. I mean, that's something to check out. That's at least worth checking out. So what I might do is put, a chunk of the money in, getting a little bit more, or you can ask your bank, hey, do you have 6-month or 9-month or 12-month CDs that can make me more money? You could ask that question, certainly. And you can also look online. I'm just looking at depositaccounts.com. So that's something where I might want to have some of the money just locked in there and, making a little bit more. But I agree with Mark. Because we don't really know what's going to happen, I don't think it's worth it. And then when you do move, one thing you probably want to do is try to clean things up, rolling over stuff, especially because you have most of your money is pre-tax, right?
Yes.
So maybe whenever you get your new job, that you would roll everything in, old IRAs, your pre-tax 401k, wherever you land. I might consolidate everything if there's a decent plan. So I think it would be worth doing that just to clean things up. And also, do you think you're going to have a load of kids? You're going to have like a ice igloo fishing shack full of kids in Minnesota?
No, likely one, maybe two.
One with an option to buy a second.
Exactly.
So let's at least price for you guys $1 million each of 20-year level term. And then we'll take a look at that. You can go to Policy Genius or Haven Life and just look at it because you're both young. It is true. Like the longer you wait, the more expensive it'll become. Also, as soon as you get to Minnesota, I would like you guys to draft wills. You should do it in Minnesota because that's where you're going to end up. And I do think just get that done, have it in nice and clean, and then you can always just amend it. You can even do it online because you're very uncomplicated right now. So everything will pass between the two of you. So you could do it online. And then when you get to Minnesota, have an attorney there. And when you have a baby, just get it eyeballs. You'll talk about, who would take care of the kid if something happened to you guys. But I would love for you to just get that done. If you have no other questions, we will let you go. And if you, like Andrew, contemplating a move, got some money in cash, want to know what should we be doing to prepare for a big change like that? All you need to do is go to our website, JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button, and you can complete the form. If you'd like to come on the program, just check the box and we'll get that note. So that's great. All of our content lives at JillOnMoney.com. There's a resources section. There's a blog. There are videos that are there, so you can go check it out. And we would be very delighted if you would maybe leave us a rating and review wherever you are listening to this podcast. Mark Talercio is the co-host, executive producer, and king of all things web. All things Jill on Money live under Mark Talercio's purview. We are distributed by Paramount Global. We drop our episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. Put your hands metaphorically on someone's back. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.